This is a first merchant shaft of a car gearbox, and what's happened is the bearing there's failed, or at least the face at the bearing run-on's failed. It's all scored and pitted. I've got to machine that out to accept that repair bush. Repair bush is 45mm, and the diameter of that is 40mm, so that's 5mm to come out of there. This is going to be tough and hard, but normally once you get below the hard skin, they're not too bad. I'm going to set it up in a 3-jaw and machine it out, and I want about a 0.05 fit, 0.05 of a mil fit, which is about 1.5 shrink fit, and I'll warm the gear up and drop the bush in. So we'll put it in here, put a clock gauge on, see how true it's running, and then go from there. I've got an undamaged piece on there that I can run the clock on. That's within 1.5. I can get better than that. What I'll do, I'll adjust the chuck on the back plate. I could put this in a 4-jaw chuck, but I've done loads of these, and this is the way I found I like to do them. It's all as good as it gets. Within half a thou. We'll lock these up again. Right, that's well within half a thou. That's good enough for John. What normally happens with these is it takes one tip to get roughly to size, to get under the hard skin, and then another tip to finish machining the job. I say they are fairly tough. Everything is as close as possible, as little overhang as possible on the boring tool. Right, I'll bring the camera around the other side. I'm sure you can see how pitted it is in there, completely knackered, so to speak. Machine this stuff fairly slow and put quite a heavy cut on for the first cut, just to get under that skin. Touch it off. That's a 1mm cut per side. We'll see if it'll take that, just to get under the hard skin. Once you get through the hardness, That's absolutely horrible, that. There's bits of ball race and all kinds impregnated in there. That's horrible. You sit on doing bad when you think I just keep them purely £1 these Bangor tips and nothing special. I think we're nearly through the hard bit now. Still loads to come out, 42. And the tips holding up quite well. Like 44 point. It's getting very near. It is slightly warm, but the thing is when this cools down the hole gets smaller, unlike the shaft which gets bigger, causing you no ends of problems. This one's actually still hard. It's hard all the way through. It hasn't gone, it only go fairly soft, but this one hasn't. .05 under. That's 4.5. It's getting near, very near. I made a little aluminium adapter to fit onto the bearing there, and I can use that to punch it in. I'm just going to put a little bit of Loctite in here. The bearing is a good fit, but the Loctite won't do any harm. Right. That'll do for me. They're normally a little bit tighter than that, but that one's certainly going to be, don't give any problems. Very happy. These items arrived in the post this week from one of my Patreon viewers. some reamers in good condition. They just want a little bit of clean up, a little bit of surface rust on them. That's a brand new 19mm reamer there, because my 19mm reamer isn't very good. And most of these ones are metric. They'll all clean up and be very useful. As also, I love good tobacco tins. In here I've got some metric dies. M6, M8. Half-inch National Pipe, that one brand new. BSF. Metric. Also, another tobacco tin. It's got wrote on there B8 taps, and indeed there's a set of B8 taps in there. Basically a full set. First, second and third tap in each box. I haven't got any decent B8 taps. Well, I didn't have, but I certainly have now. They will also be put to good use. One more item. It's just quite interesting. Front screws off. Nicely sealed, that obviously handmade, and it's got a chain on it. And what it's for, it's to put a pocket watch in to take underground. Like a mine has like a mine official would carry a pocket watch, and he put it in there to protect it. And I'm also led to believe that railway engine drivers will also use a similar thing to protect their pocket watches. It's in good condition. I've done a little bit of looking up on it. Got a 4 on the back, and it dates from probably 1880, 1890. I don't think this one's been underground because there's no dents and chips in it. It is a nice item. I am interested in coal mining and any sort of industry really, but I do have a good interest in coal mining, and that's something I'm going to keep in treasure. I'm going to see if I can get a watch of a suitable period to put in there. Anyway, once again, thanks very much for sending these items in. It is greatly appreciated. It's a beautiful, clear January morning. I've decided to come for a walk. The field behind me is a site of the old Isabella colliery. There's been some work done to alleviate flooding further downstream from the colliery. I'm going to walk across now and see exactly what's been going on. You wouldn't think there was a massive colliery here. Railway sidings. Those steel covers there, the tops of one of the main shafts. That's where the water drains from into the stream down behind the row of trees. Beautiful and tranquil now. This is the water drainage outlet from the old Isabella colliery. The main workings and main shafts are completely flooded, and the water runs underground through a culvert or through a pipe and discharges into this stream. You can see on the bank side the height the water used to be. It got to the stage where the water was actually running the wrong direction. Instead of running into the Tyne to drain, it was running up and flooding the reef area and all the surrounding fields. There's been a lot of work done, and they've managed to drop the water level at least 3 feet. You can see where it was on the brickwork above the grate there. And the water is now running downstream. The rusty colour is from iron in the water from the main workings. You always get rusty water out of disused mines. I'll have a walk further downstream and see what sort of work's been going on to alleviate this problem, which has been on for years. The flooding here has been desperate for years. I'll have a walk further downstream and see what's laid down there. This is looking down towards the bridge that crosses the little stream. And you can plainly see how much water has been removed. You can actually see the pipe. When I used to come down here when I was young, you can actually walk under that bridge. Well, not a walkway, but you get underneath it. They've obviously put a big pipe in now. These reeds help to clean the water up. That was a natural filter to take the iron out of the water. We'll go a little bit further downstream. This is the bridge that runs across the burn. And that's upstream towards the reef where the main shaft water outfall is. This is downstream. It goes all the way down to Newburn into the Tyne. You can see how they've been working. this has been sorted out now, it's been done properly, they've dredged it, they made a massive difference, a massive improvement. On the right here, this used to be a landfill site, and before that put the mud in from the waterworks, shortly from the filter beds. But when I was young it was a landfill site. We used to come down here shooting rats. So hopefully now the problem should be alleviated. The other end, all the field should have drained by now. Anyway, once again, it's just time to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and as always, a massive thanks for all the well which has been coming in. Anyway, thanks for watching. And I'm sure you can see there how the badly pitted the piss off. Scabby bastard, you.